I've seen so many spa chairs on a screen that look like they belong in a five-star resort, only to end up feeling like a hard plastic bench once you actually set them up in a real nail salon. The disappointment usually comes from hidden trade-offs. Maybe the chair has a fancy massage motor, but the upholstery can't stand the constant splash of acetone, or the footrest is adjustable, but the controls are tucked away where no one can reach them during a busy day. That's why I'm doing this deep dive on the new wave pedicure chair before anyone spends a big chunk of money on something that might not fit their workflow. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the kind of environment this chair is built for. It's a fully electric unit that rolls on casters, so you can push it into any corner of a salon that has a bit of floor space left. The built-in discharge pump is a nice touch because it means you don't have to run a separate line from a wall-mounted pump. Just plug it into a standard outlet and the water system powers up. For a salon that's already juggling a few foot tubs and a limited electrical budget, that simplification can shave a few minutes off the daily setup. If you're moving the chair around a lot between clients, the rolling base and the electric controls make that transition smoother than a manual pump tub that needs a wrench each time. Now, the real test is how the chair behaves when a client settles in for a typical gel manicure session. The new wave comes with a full-back massage system that combines punching, kneading, and magnetic jets. In practice, the massage feels like a gentle, rhythmic push that loosens the calf muscles while the client's feet soak in the whirlpool. I've watched technicians use the remote to toggle between a light massage for a quick polish change and a deeper need for a longer gel cure that can take up to an hour. The remote is dedicated to the technician, so you don't have to hand the control over to the client, which keeps the workflow clean and prevents accidental button presses. One of the biggest pain points for nail techs is the upholstery. Many chairs use cheap vinyl that cracks or stains when acetone splashes onto it, something that happens multiple times a day in a busy station. This chair uses acetone-resistant PU leather, and after a few simulated spills I could see that the surface stayed intact. No yellowing, no puckering. That durability translates into less time spent on cleaning and fewer replacement costs down the line. If you run a high-volume spa where technicians are constantly dipping files and wipes into acetone, that material choice alone could be worth the extra dollars. The footrest is another area where the design either makes or breaks the experience. It slides forward and can be raised or lowered, which means you can accommodate clients with different leg lengths or those who need a little extra support because of swelling. The sliding accessory tray underneath also doubles as a place to stash the technician's tools, so they don't have to juggle a separate cart. In a real-world scenario, a tech can pull the tray out, place a bottle of cuticle oil, a small brush, and a fresh set of nail files, then close it back while the client relaxes. It feels like a small but thoughtful integration that keeps the workspace organized. On the tech side, the chair includes a USB charging port and a phone holder. I know that might sound like a gimmick, but when clients are getting a 1-hour manicure, they often want to scroll through their phone or watch a short video. Having a stable spot to prop the device, plus a charge cable, cuts down on the "where do I put my phone" scramble that can interrupt the session. It also gives the impression that the salon cares about modern convenience, which can be a subtle upsell factor. Despite the positives, there are a few practical weaknesses that matter if you're budgeting carefully. The massage motor, while pleasant, isn't as powerful as the high-end hydraulic units you see in luxury day spas. If you have clients who specifically request a deep tissue leg massage, they might find the intensity a bit light. The magnetic jet system creates bubbles, but the water pressure is moderate, so the spa-like soak feels more like a gentle fizz than a vigorous whirlpool. For most gel nail appointments that last under an hour, that's fine. But if you plan to run longer pedicure treatments where the soak is the main attraction, you may need to set expectations accordingly. Another consideration is the electrical draw. Because the chair is fully electric, handling the pump, the massage motor, heating elements, and USB ports, it can pull close to 12 amps on a 120V circuit. If your salon's wiring is older or you already have several high-draw devices plugged in, you might need to upgrade the circuit to avoid tripping breakers during peak hours. That's a hidden cost that isn't obvious from the product listing.